How could this happen? Why did this happen? Childhood friends making success together.
So why are 2 friends dead and 2 being charged with the murder?
When it comes to, money and gang life, is anybody ever your friend? The police claim this was gang life that led to this. But for a group of friends, a group of young friends, these guys had everything going for them, and nothing that has been said so far to me can really warrant a real good reason as to why, this murder needed to be committed. The accused say it was a drive-through, but, prosecutors disagree. But when a friendship has been going on for this long, they have been friends since childhood. Could your childhood friend really turn around and switch up on you? This is like a movie. The saddest bit of a movie, when someone you regarded as a friend does the ultimate betrayal, completely breaks your trust, your life away. But could this really have happened? Could this friendship they had have been so, not genuine? Could they really have been gang members? And could they really have wanted to kill their childhood friends? Gang members or friends? Do you feel these guys were gang members, or do you think they were friends? Now, I think they were friends, and with friends comes love, and when you love your friend, you love your friend bad. Now, gang members, yes, they don't have loyalty to each other, but friends love one another overall, and it would be very difficult to kill a friend. Could they really be friend killers? So let's talk a little bit about YNW MELLY's, criminal history. This will make it easier for you to decide if you actually think he is capable of killing a friend. So YNW MELLY was arrested in 2015 for aggravated assault. He was arrested on October the 19th, 2015 on 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and 1 count of discharging a firearm in public after firing shots at 3 people near Vero Beach High School. He then spent a year in jail before being released on probation. Hit 2017 to 2018, more charges: probation violation and possession of marijuana and firearms. 2017, he gets arrested for violating probation. He spends months in jail and then he gets released in March 2018. 30th of June 2018, Fort Myers, Florida. He's arrested for possession of marijuana, possession of a weapon, ammunition by a convicted felon, and drug paraphernalia. 2019, more charges: possession of marijuana and the most serious one, double homicide. So he was arrested, as you guys know, on January the 3rd, 2019 in Fort Myers for possession of marijuana. February the 12th, 2019, Demons is charged with premeditated murder in connection with the October 2018 shooting deaths in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. These deaths are for his 2 friends, YNW associates, his close friends, YNW Sack Chaser and YNW Juvie. He is arrested and they are charging him for the murders of, his 2 friends. Okay, they say police accuse him of, staging a drive-by shooting. Demons, YNW MELLY, decides to turn himself in on February the 13th, 2019. He then went onto Instagram and said, "No, I did not get locked up in Washington, but I am turning myself in today. A couple of months ago, I lost my 2 brothers by violence, and now the system want to find justice. Unfortunately, a lot of rumours and lies are being said, but no worries, God is with me and my brother, Portland, and we want you all to remember it's YNW family. I love you." 22nd of February 2019, Broughton and MELLY are suspects in the fatal shooting of an off-duty Indiana River County Sheriff. They allegedly, were involved and suspects in his shooting. April the 2nd, 2020, MELLY got COVID-19. He had hoped he would get out of prison early due to him having this, but he was not allowed to be released. Although 6ix9ine was released from prison due to asthma and bronchitis, this was not the case for MELLY. MELLY still had to stay in the system. He was not allowed to be released. His charges were extremely serious, so I'm not really that surprised. Now, after a long time, Melly got his trial. His trial began on June the 12th this year, 2023, and he has now been given a mistrial. Now, you're probably thinking, why are prosecutors so sure that he done this murder? I'm going to tell you why. They think Demons Melly is the killer. There's footage that shows him taking a seat inside the car. Experts say that's when the shots were fired. They say the victims died while they were in the car, even though Melly claims they died due to a drive-by shooting. So, the prosecution is saying that them shots took place inside the car. They definitely did not come from outside the car. They believe Demons and Henry, which is Melly and Bolton, they believe they parked up the car, they came out of the car, and at that point they decided to stage the killings. They believe they shot into the back of the vehicle from outside the car. They then think Henry Bolton drove the car to the hospital, where he, left the victims at the hospital, and he basically said, that they had been shot. And then there they were pronounced, deceased. They were pronounced dead. The jury really, really struggled in this case. They kept going back to the judge, talking about what can they do if they can't agree on a decision. And this is how he ended up getting a mistrial. He will remain in custody. Melly will remain in custody until his retrial date comes. He's got to wait for a retrial. Because this jury, they could just not come to a decision. Apparently there were 7 who thought he was innocent, so they could not come to a conclusion. But throughout the trial, I really felt sorry for the victims, family, and I think a lot of attention has been placed on Melly and not so much on the victims and their family. Melly was smiling a lot in the court. He was messing about a lot in the court. He was laughing with his lawyer in the court. And for the family, that must be extremely painful, because when you see him, laughing, smiling, looking like he's having a good time, and whether he's just doing that in public and deep down, he's in pain and he's worried and he's scared like anyone else would be, because on his face you're seeing a lot of smiling, a lot of joking. I feel like the family must feel extremely hurt, especially because the family believe he actually done this. So to see him joking about, it makes you feel like he's not necessarily sorry if he is guilty. And I do think, not much attention has been given to, the actual victims. And it's extremely sad what happened to the victims, because if they were killed by Melly and they were killed by Bolton, imagine how you feel. Your friends that you love, you grew up with them, you hanged out with them, you talked about things with them for hours, they know everything about you, they know your family, you spent your life with them, and you think you're going to spend your whole life with them. You probably visualize yourself, getting old with them, having a family, your kids all being friends together, and for them to, turn on you and switch on you, if they have done this, that is such a painful thing. And they may have not seen it coming. They definitely wouldn't have seen it coming, but it's just a fact, and the pain that must feel. And I think for the family, if they believe he done this, it must be even more painful for them, because they know him. He's somebody that sat at their dinner table. He's somebody they've cared for. He's somebody that's lived at their house. He's somebody who has slept in their house. And, this is extremely painful for the family. And I do feel like, not enough sympathy has been going to, the victim's family. YNW Sat Chaser and YNW Juvie, they had absolutely, everything to live for. They really did. They had a future ahead of them that was great. They were going to have family. They were going to, they had so much ahead of them, They had more wealth to build. They had more success to come their direction. They were talented, and, they were going to be recognised, and, their life was going to be probably amazing. And, they have been cheated out of, the life they deserve. They've been cheated out of it. And it's so sad that they have lost their life. They are young guys. And this happens too often, and it happens too often in the entertainment industry. The entertainment industry is valued at a lot of money, and there's a lot of crime surrounding this industry. I don't know if Melly and Bolton done it. I would like to think they didn't do it, because, when you trust people and they're that close to you, you think you can, trust them with everything, your life, You don't think, you know, they're going to turn around and turn on you. You don't think they're going to betray you. You don't think they're going to stab you in the back. You don't think they're going to get you when you least expect it, because you think they're on the same team as you. You love them and you think they love you back. And it shows, you know, if they have proven to have done this crime, it shows you literally cannot trust anybody. I really want to say rest in peace. Sack Chaser and Juvie will not be forgotten. You know, their talent, you know, will not be forgotten. Their memory will live on. If Melly and Bolton done this, these two are probably two of the most evil guys in hip-hop. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another one.